the last couple days, I haven't really wanted to make a video. Last week got the best of me with the 100 miler. I got trapped in the mindset of you deserve it. You deserve rest. And I took I took that way too far because I did not go and work out at all. I just wanted to sit, lounge around, do nothing. And that led to a snowball effect of me freaking out. Not freaking out, but, you know, definitely uh questioning everything around me. But that's because I was doing nothing. And bring up today because my routine got thrown out of whack. I was asked to take the cat to the vet at 10:40 today. And at this point it was 8:30 and I was going to go work out. So I had two options: go work out, come back, have maybe 30 to 45 minutes to clean up, get a light breakfast in, or stay, read a bit, which I dove in scripture. That was great. Cook breakfast and go about my day. Well, I realize how much more exercise is than just physical movement. It's it's more for my mind and the regulation of my central regulation of my central nervous system now, to where it helps me throughout the day. I get up, that's the first thing I do. It's a healthy source of dopamine. I accomplished something great, even if I'm just going through the motions. And I was going to the gym this evening when I started analyzing what I was doing throughout the day. And these little patterns throughout the day, if like I'm a little more stressed, or if I'm not relaxed, or I'm chasing dopamine in a way, there's this thing called displacement where I look for something self-soothing to try and regulate my system. So in my case, like, I will run my hands through my hair constantly, twirl it around a bit, and I start thinking, I'm like, that's not real. I'm like, no, I'm a little bit on the spectrum in that way. And I didn't realize it just comes naturally. It's just like one of those ticks, you know? And one of those ticks where uh I recognize, thankfully. And I've had that habit for the longest time, but I don't know why I did it. And I start thinking back to school. Like, okay, what if I was just not interested in the things that I was learning because of that lack of movement in the morning, which, you know, even needs to be taught more. These kids are going to school at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and they're not even awake yet. Their bodies are not awake yet. And when we sleep, our central nervous system switches from, uh, one side to the other. I can't remember the technical terms to it, but point of the matter is movement is so important and helps me regulate everything. Because as soon as I came back, I was able to sit down, no problem. I was like, okay, this is great. I'm focused. I am locked in. I'm locked in. So that morning movement is very important. It only takes 10 minutes to get things going. And there are a bunch of yoga poses that can kickstart your spine to get things going. I think it's called the uh, Vegas strip, if I remember correctly. Um, Where's the path leading up to your, let's see. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I was analyzing that today, and I was so fascinated by it because it's such a, you know, little thing where, like, I'm unregulated today. What is going on? So now I know how important morning movement is. Even there will be those days where maybe I wake up late, or I wake up late because I'm working late into the night. It takes 10 minutes of just movement to get things kickstarted. Going outside is absolutely very important for regulating your circadian rhythm. But and this is all for the love of the game. For the love of the game. How can I be better than I was the previous day? Because I could look at this and be like, oh, today was a wash, as I used to look at in the past. And I don't like looking at days. There's no wasted days. That today served a purpose. Today made me recognize how important morning movement is to start my day. Now, I have always known that, but I never knew the technicalities of it to kickstarting my central nervous system. And the main topic for today is do things for the love of the game. I've been caught in the rut of trying to do things for money in the past, where when I first dropped out of school and my main goal was gotta make as much money as I possibly can. Hustle culture definitely had me by the balls, and I wanted to make as much as possible. I wanted to live in that nice high-rise apartment in Miami, Florida specifically, with a nice level with a pool overlooking the city. I was like, okay, that's where I want to live. And I'm going to make it. I'm going to be one of those gurus. But it ruined the creational aspect of it for me, when in reality, I just love to create. I love finding ways to make stuff better. And then if it has some legs to run with, go from there. And time again, people ask me, what do you want to do out of life? What do you want out of life? How are you going to make money? And I always respond the same. I'm doing it right now. Like, I know it's hard. It's supposed to be hard. If it were easy, everybody would be doing it. And I can look at my current situation and be like, yeah, it just is what it is. I'm not going to label it by all means, but I'm just going to keep going for the love of the game because I love what I do no matter what my circumstances are. You put $100 million in my bank or you put negative money in my bank, I'm going to continue doing what I do for the love of the game. For the love of the game. They don't teach that anymore. I think it comes naturally for me personally, but and from an early age we're taught, like, go to school. College is going to be the best 4 years of your life. Most depressing thing you'll ever hear in my life. Most depressing thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm like, that, there's more life after college. What do you mean? Get a good paid job, live a white picket fence life, and you'll go on your way. Start checking these boxes. Stop checking those boxes. Those boxes mean nothing. They mean nothing. What's the point if you're just going through the path of life, checking off boxes? Okay, you're 18. At 18, I could legally smoke tobacco for a short period of time anyway, before that was revoked, and it was up to 21. But thankfully for me, I always had a fake ID to get around that. That's not the point of this video. 21 to legally drink. All right, all right, all right. 22, probably graduating school. 25, I'd say 25 is a major milestone. People get married this age. Then after that, first kid, maybe some promotions here and there, new job, new house, etc., etc. And there's no winner of life. We're all running the same race at our different pace. And thankfully, I realized along the way in this process what I did not want to be and what I wanted to be. And it is for the love of the game. I will not go and sell my soul for some meaningless corporation where I'm giving 50 plus hours of my life every week to have my soul sucked out of it. I get to make my schedule, and that's the best thing I can do. I get to see the people I want to see. I get to choose. Yeah, I get to choose who I want to see. I'm just reiterating that. And top of that, I get to choose who I don't want to see at the same time. Your energy is so important. So important. Control your inputs. Literally control your inputs. There's 3 things we can control in this life: your faith, your effort, your attitude. Controlling those inputs falls under your effort. Control those inputs. If someone is bringing you down, negative energy, it's time to remove that input outside your life, because you want positive outputs. It's so simple. It is really so simple. And for the love of the game, comes down to being process oriented, controlling those inputs. How can I build muscle? Okay, I need to go to the gym, lift heavy weights in simple terms, and get a lot of protein. How can I break that down day to day, meal to meal, etc., etc.? Process oriented. That is the best thing anyone can do. And just eliminating all of that outside noise too. I'm currently going through a season where I'm not listening to music at all. Any outside noise, I don't want anything to do with it. Don't want anything to do with it. I like my conversations with God. I like my hearing myself think. Music is a waste of time to me in this season. Will I listen to music again in the future? Probably. But right now, not enough. So, for the thinking love of the game. And I'm going to bring up Bible verse. 1 Peter 2:9. But you are not like that, for you are a chosen people, you are royal priests, a holy nation, God's very own possession. As a result, you can show others the goodness of God, for he called you out of the darkness into his wonderful light. Show the people the good word. The good word. It's a beautiful thing to be able to do that, especially as believers. We've all gone through something, and it's up to us to plant those little itty bitty seeds in other people's lives. I mean, right now, as a society, I think the pendulum is swinging to one side and we're declining in some ways that I think we shouldn't be declining in. And it's up to us to try to make things better. Simple definition of faith is believing that things will get better. That's faith. That's literally have faith. Belief. It's the belief that things will get better. So, for the stinking love of the game, do it because you love it, not because you're getting paid a certain amount. Money serves as oxygen. Don't get me wrong, but don't settle until right opportunity comes. So, that's faith.